Welcome to the LDN Radio Show, brought to you by the LDN Research Trust. I'm your host, Linda Elsiegood. I have an exciting lineup of guest speakers who are LDN experts in their field. We will be discussing low-dose Naltrexone and its many uses in autoimmune diseases, cancers, etc. Thank you for joining us. The LDN 2017 conference held in Portland, Oregon, 22nd to the 24th of September, was a huge success and the feedback has been excellent. If you weren't able to join us, you can purchase the 3-day live stream recordings for just $80, or the 3 days plus 15 and a half hours of recorded presentations, including all the PowerPoints, for $365. All recordings are available for 12 months. CE credits are available for NDs only. For full information, go to www.ldn2017.com. This show is sponsored by our members who made donations. We'd like to give them a very big thank you. We have to cover the monthly costs of the radio station's software, bandwidth, phone lines and phone calls to be able to continue with the radio show. And thank you for listening. Today I'm joined by Dan from the US, who takes LDN for Parkinson's disease. Thank you for joining me, Dan.
I'm delighted to be here.
Could you tell us when you first noticed there was something wrong with you?
Well, I think I've actually had the disease for about 5 years, although it really wasn't diagnosed until about a year ago.
Okay. So what symptoms did you have by the time you were diagnosed?
Well, the first thing I had was I had a shake in my left hand, and the doctor just told me it was old age and I should ignore it. And eventually, I got a few other symptoms, and I eventually went to a specialist who told me I had Parkinson's.
Right. Did you have anything other than the shake in your left hand?
Yes, I did. I had terrible soreness everywhere, and a little problem with my voice, a little bit with my balance. It was an accumulation of things, actually.
Mm-hmm. And did he offer you anything when you were diagnosed?
Well, yes, he put me on some medicine which I can't remember the name of right now. But it cost about 60 hours a day, and it put me to sleep at night, when I'd be driving along the road.
Oh, dear.
So it really wasn't much help.
Mm. Okay. And how did you hear about LDN?
I heard about it from Fritz Bell, actually, who's an old friend of mine. And he suggested I give it a try, which I did. And I've been really, I've been back to see my doctor twice since I started to take it. And he says my symptoms are unchanged, which he's very positive about. Very happy with, I should say.
Yeah, well, exactly. I mean, when you've got a progressive disease, if you can halt that progression, it's amazing, isn't it?
Yes, it is quite remarkable.
So when you first started, did you have any introductory side effects?
At first, the very first time, I think my dreams were quite wild. But that seemed to go away, and now I really don't have any side effects at all. In fact, I don't really notice anything taking it at all.
Mm-hmm. And what dose are you on?
I'm on 4.5 milligrams.
Okay, and what did you start on?
I started off on about 3 milligrams, and I worked up over a couple of weeks to 4.5.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't really know the difference. I mean, I don't feel any different taking 3 or 4.5 or anything. I just don't notice the difference at all.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Although it seems to work for me.
Well, it must be if your symptoms have remained the same. Well, I'm pleased that you have a very open-minded doctor to prescribe it for you, and that.
Well, he actually isn't that open-minded. He didn't prescribe it for me, but he didn't mind me taking it.
Ah, okay. Did you find it difficult to find a prescriber?
No, I didn't. I got a friend from college to prescribe it to me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well,
as you know, Fritz is a big advocate of LDN, isn't he? And he does a lot
Yes.
to help. Yes. And it's word of mouth has been a big thing the last few years. You know, people telling people. I'm not really that big a fan of social media, but it really does help get the word out there to...
Yes, it certainly does. I mean, I think that one of the reasons that the LDN isn't properly used is because it costs so little. There's no money in it for the big pharma companies.
Mm-hmm. Well, I had... it was somewhere in the US, I can't remember now. Last week I had an email and they said that they had read up on LDN, were absolutely fascinated, and could I send a rep with samples?
Well, there you have it.
Yeah, they thought that I ran some sort of pharmaceutical company, but I had to put them straight on that one. But,
Right.
you know, there is never going to be anyone, I don't think, with reps that are going to be giving samples of LDN away. I can't see that happening because there's not enough money in it to pay for a fleet of cars and mobile phones.
There's not enough money to pay for the postage, I don't think.
Yes.
But you know, that's why it's quite a remarkable drug, and quite remarkable that there's no money in it, so there's no interest in it.
Yes. Yes. So keep up the good work, and thank you very much for sharing your experience with us. It really has been a help.
That's great.
The LDN 2017 conference held in Portland, Oregon, 22nd to the 24th of September, was a huge success and the feedback has been excellent. If you weren't able to join us, you can purchase the 3-day live stream recordings for just $80, or the 3 days plus 15.5 hours of recorded presentations, including all the PowerPoints, for $365. All recordings are available for 12 months. CE credits are available for NDs only. For full information, go to www.ldn2017.com. Any questions or comments you may have, please email me, Linda, Linda, at ldnrt.org. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you for joining us today. We really appreciated your company. Until next time, stay safe and keep well.